You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Monday Night Raw After Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Monday Night Raw After Show. We're here at AfterBuzz, recapping Raw from St. Louis. Someone's a little too excited. I'm Cathy Kelley. Next to me, Mark Donica.
Hello, Cathy Kelley.
Hey.
I am here. It's
are
weird.
you?
It's Monday. I'm on this side.
I
Hobo's
know.
over there.
It's weird. Everything's topsy-turvy. I don't know where to start. I'm
Right.
blown off my ticket.
Start with your name.
Oh, I'm the hobo. I'm the hobo. I thought you were going to throw it to him. We're mixing up your Monday night. You got the soapbox car connection. We didn't even know we were going to be here tonight, man. And neither did you. And that's a surprise.
And sitting next to Hobo, the petrified Eddie Pence.
Eddie Pence. He doesn't smell as bad as he looks.
This is your
He
first
really doesn't.
experience with the hobo,
Yeah, it
isn't
is.
it? Oh, you must be terribly excited.
I did
Gets
see you
more and
wrestle
more
about a year and a
intense
half
every
ago.
You did? Who was that wrestling?
I don't remember.
That's
Good, but you remember
But I remember
him.
you.
me. Okay,
I remember
maybe,
you.
Maybe that's the important part. You remember me.
That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Before we talk about Monday Night Raw tonight, I do have to say that you guys should also watch Chasing Maria, Oxygen, Tuesday nights, amazing show. Our boss lady, Maria Menounos. It gives you an inside look into her life along with her family. And in 2 weeks from now, you are actually going to see Maria doing her pre-show match, I guess her match at SummerSlam Access with Natty and the Bellas and even Marie. So, yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
If you watch it, she won't beat us as hard. She hits us.
She'll still beat you.
Where's that
Please
voice coming
watch.
from?
Guarantee from the authority.
Yes.
Got a lot of those tonight.
So, yeah, definitely tune in Tuesday nights on Oxygen. Great show. Tonight's show, though. What'd you guys think?
Started off cool.
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Good start, and it kind of got lost along the way.
Yeah, it was a really strangely paced show, but hell of an opening and hell of a closing. And say that.
Well, okay.
Okay,
The
but
closing was like, we
got a hiccup. We'll get to it, but it was a hiccup that kind of interrupted the whole flow of that entire segment.
More like a hiccup
Yeah.
with like a little upchuck to it.
hiccup that tasted like vomit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
You can't
Hobo knows.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't.
I know, baby. I
You can't
know.
woo as long as you want to.
What?
You can't woo as long as you want to when you got that much
Yeah.
bourbon in your stomach.
We'll
anyway.
talk about that later. The first segment, we have John Cena in the ring, steel cage hanging above him, and John Cena asks, why? Why? Why did you 11 million people who downloaded the app vote for this match against him and the entire Wyatt family?
I think we all know why.
Well, the crowd was chanting it. You suck.
Yeah.
You
Like,
suck.
Your character's been the same for a decade.
Yeah.
That's why.
Don't ask people to vote
What was
on
it?
whether
It was-
they like John or not.
Yeah.
The answer is never going to be in his favor.
They knew the answer.
53% said the entire Wyatt family, and 38% said just
Just
Harper.
Luke Harper, yeah. And then it was about
11%.
the leftover.
Yeah, whatever. That doesn't add up.
Yeah,
but-
Rowan doesn't get a
Because
good
children
deal.
aren't allowed to have phones, and that's why we had the weird discrepancy.
Also, the lack of a West Coast connection too, because we don't get it at the same time.
Do you think
So-
he's liked that much more out here?
No, but I'm just saying
may
it
be
would have
much
been
more popular.
It would have been even more of a percentage
More of a
for all
landslide.
three if we had gotten the West Coast in on that. But he was talking about why he no matter what, he always puts the WWE first. threw out a bunch of the young talent. Like it's
Yeah.
time for
Him talking up the NXT talent. and
talked
saying-
about he dropped Adrian Neville and Sami Zayn.
No, yeah, that's
But
cool.
He named a
Well,
lot
it's
of.
because he had to get a pop somewhere in his promo.
Well,
But
because they
most
were
of those
booing him
people-
mercifully
Most
until
of those
then.
people don't know, and he pointed this out. He cited most of you guys don't know who Adrian Neville is. Most of you guys don't know who Sami Zayn is, but you will because they are the future of this company.
Yeah, he's talking up the future.
Well, I think with the network, people are watching NXT more, so I think they
well,
might
apparently
be a
not
little
as much
more-
as Slam City.
There are definitely more people
Slam City-
watching
Slam City's
NXT
better.
in the States, but this is a program that's on television
Yeah.
in other countries.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people internationally know the brand.
Then,
He also-
then that's probably it. Those internationally don't necessarily watch NXT on the network, and so there's a small discrepancy there.
But kids end up interrupting Cena
There's
during his
a
promo.
lone voice of a little
Yes.
girl singing. He's got the whole world in his hands and through the dark. And Cena looked confused. We
Yes.
all looked confused, but we were just going, "This is really cool."
Well, it was cool that they used kids to do that
Yeah.
because I mean, John Cena's identified with Joe. Like that's
They
his.
turned against
they
him.
They turned the kids against him.
That's exactly
That's
what you
what's
need to do.
amazing.
That is the head game. That
Yeah.
is a serious head game.
Big mind F on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they start singing, he's got the whole world in his hands. Then Bray, Harper, and Rowan come out, and they start singing, he's got the little bitty babies in his hands. He's got the whole
Got
C
the
Nation.
whole Cenation in his hand. I'm no Quasto, but I'll try.
Then the kids surround the stage, continue singing. Bray is on his rocker with one kid, and the lights go out. Put on the lamb masks. Lights come back up.
And John Cena's uncomfortable in the ring.
So is everyone else.
No, he wasn't-
Nobody likes Cena, but nobody likes where this has gone either.
He's like, please let me make a wish. Let me just make a wish right now.
The
Can I
kid
just
on,
please
kid
make a
on Bray's
wish?
lap was the one kid that wanted to make a wish with Bray Wyatt.
That they didn't talk about that in that segment.
Yeah.
Very creepy segment overall.
Does it build the expectation for this match, the cage match, that much more?
It's something different.
It did until Michael Cole started getting overly psychological with it. It was like, do you think the cage is Cena's last stance at trying to trap the ideas that Bray Wyatt is trying?
Cena did that in the promo too. He's like,
Yeah, but
if we let the message out of the cage, I'm like, well, that's stop.
But that seemed a little bit less transparent than Michael Cole going, you know what? You're right. Exactly. I'm going to add my own 2 cents onto
Yeah.
this. But if it's somebody who's going to actually be in that ring, I think it added a little bit of something. But as opposed to Michael Cole.
I think I forgot to say, it's probably obvious, but someone tweeted this to me. Johnny and Dale are out this week.
What?
No, they're on the couch. They're on the couch
Hey
next to your
guys,
nuts.
They
wave.
will be back next week, but I just had to clarify
No,
that because
they were two of the kids in the choir.
Oh,
So if we
That's
were
where they
Johnny
are.
and Dale, which is which?
You're more of a Dale.
Am I more of a Dale?
Yeah.
It's
no,
the hair,
you need
isn't
a,
it?
you
the
need
hair.
a vest.
And a vest.
Yeah, because he's best for business.
Oh, I got it. I don't have a vest.
How long does that take to get that off your teeth?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
And it's a whole lot of brushing. A
Dentist
lot of brushing that I can't do.
Let's hope it's not a Sharpie.
Years of failed
A lot of dental
brushing.
work is what it is.
Years of
Several
failed
million dollars in dental work.
Next segment that we have a match between the Usos, the current tag team champions, and Rybaxel.
Bull. Still, every time I hear that name, it's just bull. Though it is made up with their combined music, which is really cool.
I like the music.
Yeah.
I think it works.
The old Mr. Perfect with the heavy metal guitar line. It's kind of cool.
The song is cool, but it doesn't add anything to this team.
No.
It does not help.
Well, it's
Yeah.
the names is thrown together as the team is. It's just we don't know what to do with these guys. So here, tag team.
Well, as you say it, though, you kind of feel something coming like right back. So, like you can't help it.
I still think it sounds
I'm
like a
gonna go
drug,
try.
like a prescription drug.
It is more of
Yes, no.
that's something you get at an Adam
a.
Rose
It's
party.
a high blood pressure medication. is what it
Don't
is.
Illegally at an
abuse
Adam Rose
Rybaxel.
party.
Those who use Rybaxel might. Yeah, it's one of those.
During the match, Jay ends up injuring his leg, but the Usos still pull out the win. Axel did a perfect plex to Jay, and then Jimmy hits Axel with a top rope splash.
I like seeing the perfect plex.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I
It
like
was-
seeing
It
the
was
perfect
I'm not just
perfect.
saying that, but it was
I
perfect.
like
Yeah.
seeing the perfect plex.
There's one thing he learned from his dad. It was
That
how to
splash
do
was
that.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so
Though he
good.
did have trouble selling the leg injury in the middle of the match. All of a
Yeah.
sudden he was super kicking everybody. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, ow, that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
What did you guys think of this match, though?
I liked it.
It was very fun. Though I think it was weird to see it for the title, beforehand, it wasn't very much of a tag team match. Like, we got a better tag team match on NXT with the 6-man tag match, I think, where it was Usos and Sami Zayn against.
That match was longer.
It was
obviously.
longer, but I mean, I figure if you're trying to sell, hey, this is going to be a good tag team match, you should put some good tag team wrestling in it.
Well, it's kind of weird they did a match that's actually going to be in the pay-per-view anyway, like the
That
exact
especially.
without a stipulation in the tag team, unless they add one the day of the
I
show,
feel like
which
they
they probably
should
will.
add one.
Because otherwise, it's
just
just the same match. It's
Extreme
kind of weird.
Rules.
There's still
Yeah.
SmackDown, so
That's true.
something to just up the ante just that little bit.
Well,
Hopefully something happens. Otherwise, this is bland. Bland, bland, bland.
Hobo doesn't like bland.
I don't like bland.
But you like this match.
Well, I mean, I like seeing the Usos come out on top. It would be, I mean, although it would be more interesting if Ryback's managed to get the win. It would set up a bit more for Sunday, but having it for the title tonight, what are we expecting? What are we supposed to expect?
If I close my eyes, you sound like Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem.
Oh,
A
after
little bit. Like a drunk Casey Kasem. A drunk Casey Kasem.
I don't sound like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
A little bit. Just
What?
Zoinks! It was ready.
It's not even close.
A little bit.
You're different.
Yeah. Does anyone want to see the tag titles change?
No, not to Ryback, but
There would be no point.
Who do you think would be the best opponent against Usos?
Los Matadores, I think, would have the best match. We're not
no,
saying
no,
that
no.
it would be the best opponents,
they're an
but I
actual
think they would
tag
have a
team.
very good match.
Because let's face it, Matadors have got unique offense. They're putting in work. Whether
And
people like
they're
them or
doing
not,
tag
they're
team
putting
work.
Well,
in
the
work.
problem is they
Yes.
were building a really nice tag team division over the last year and a half, and then suddenly they just decimated it 6 months ago. They just started pulling it apart. It's just kind of I don't know
It's
who I'd want to see.
unfortunate.
I don't know who I'd want to see with the belts other than the Usos. Right?
Primetime players. I will say that
Aw.
until they have something for the
Yeah.
two of them.
I would say so. I mean, we've been talking so much about NXT talent coming up. It seems like the Ascension will go up eventually.
Eventually.
Or very soon. I don't know what it is, but sometime maybe in the
Probably
next,
within the next couple of months,
Yeah. So they could be an opponent for Usos.
hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Maybe
saw a
SummerSlam.
little
Especially
taste
since
of
they
that.
came
Yeah, we saw a bit of a tease for it
Yeah.
on
Recently.
last Thursday, but
Yeah.
yeah,
For people who don't watch NXT, they're
they're
You're
good.
missing out,
They're
goofball.
the
They're a
tag
tag
team
team.
champions against no one.
Yes.
Well, no, they're starting to get a little,
yeah.
little something.
And if you want to know about that, watch the NXT after shows
Thursday.
Thursdays live on AfterBuzz TV or on YouTube on Fridays. I'm not going to be Michael Cole.
Speaking
again.
of an
You are.
NXT
You already
talent,
are.
You are.
You already Michael Cole everything.
It's only because they don't know.
Yes. Another NXT talent, Adam Rose. We see him on the Exotic Express again, and he says that the Exotic Express is going up to Raw next week.
Do you think the bus pulls out?
Hey,
think
that
they
would be
pull the bus
awesome.
up?
They're definitely
Actually,
gonna
they
have the
could.
bus.
They gotta pull the
couldn't
bus
they?
in.
Yeah.
Well, they travel in the bus.
Yeah.
No, I know, but they could have it pull up to ringside where they have
is that
cars.
No,
and
yeah,
then
no, it would be-
everybody piles
I just
out.
figured they'd do it outside.
Well, at least into the side
Well, they
arena where
could.
Alberto Del Rio used to drive into.
Yeah.
Or they do like
Oh
an
my
opposite
gosh.
Goldberg where it's them lining up in the back and they just party all the way to the ring and it takes them through the commercial
It's-
break.
That would
Really?
be cool. They just carry Rose from the outside in
All the
through
way in.
everything and everyone
The
to the
longest
ring.
entrance ever.
I'm excited
Yeah,
for
honestly,
people to see his
it would get
entrance,
over.
though.
Nobody would be tired of it
His entrance is so good.
It's
Like,
great.
the People, yeah.
because it can constantly change and be
Trustful,
unique, and all
yeah.
that is brilliant.
I feel like it's still a really missed opportunity if they don't have Daniel Bryan come out and say that he hates party buses because of his stance on Total Divas.
Total Divas.
Yeah.
Incorporating it a
Or
little
maybe
bit
he
too
comes
much.
out and say, "I don't like buses, but you just changed my mind. Thank you very much, Adam Rose."
That could work too. So we will see that next week on Raw.
Who do you think will squash? JTG? Anybody?
Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods.
No.
No, not was.
No.
They might still do something.
Somebody from
Rusev.
3MB.
Probably.
Somebody from 3MB.
Maybe
Yeah.
Sandow.
Jinder.
Mr.
Oh,
Mr.
probably Sandow.
No,
Friend
Sandow.
phrase.
Sandow.
Well,
He's gotten everybody
who
else.
else?
Somebody
Yeah.
from 3MB. It's got to be.
That's another people that should win the tag team
Where's
titles.
Miz been?
Who?
Movie.
Movie.
Marine.
Oh,
Marine
okay.
4. Summer Rae and The
Oh,
Miz.
yeah. Okay.
And Wedding. Though that was... No, that
No,
was a while ago.
he's married. He's got that.
No, that's the thing. Is that they got married earlier this year.
So they just kind of tied it together.
Probably, yeah.
He's got a whole lot of time off.
Yeah.
He's a must-see superstar.
The least must-see superstar.
We could have Adam Rose against Fandango, but they're kind of similar.
Right. You don't want to like a face-to-face. If you want to introduce him, you're going to have him face heel, make it real black and white.
Is Fandango a face?
But people are still gonna cheer for him. That's my point.
But he's a heel.
Not that much. Not that much.
Fandango's a bad guy.
Not really. Not in my estimation.
Drunk Casey Kasem.
Yes, I'm Casey Kasem, and this is your top
That sounds just
40.
like him.
We have Breakaway
opinion.
by Adam
Sorry.
Rose.
So after this segment, we see a pan of the glass box containing Kane's mask.
And hair.
And
And hair. That's still
Creepy.
weird.
Very creepy. We go to the locker room. Cesaro and Heyman are back there. And Heyman says RVD was the last guy to get under his skin. And the last man before that was The Undertaker. And look what happened to him.
What did happen to him? Does anybody know?
He limped out of a hotel
Yeah, I
into
guess-
a bus, and that's the last we saw of
I guess
him.
we'll figure it out later.
I'll never. Nope. Yep. Nope.
Heyman assures Cesaro he takes his client to the top. And Cesaro says that's all he wants to hear. So-
It is very weird, though. I mean, Cesaro was so over. And then to pair him with someone with so much heat after WrestleMania, it just seems so.
And then putting him against his old teammate, who
Against Swag-
is
it's just-
I
so
wanted to see him
disliked.
against Swagger, but
But it's like I've never seen coming out of WrestleMania, no one had more heat than Heyman, and no one was more over than Cesaro.
Right.
And to pair them together is just such
They
So
a
you're trying to
Heyman
create a
with
tornado.
someone.
You put heat and cold together, and it creates this
creates
weird
lukewarm that
thing.
people are
Right,
confused
right.
by.
It's also in Cena's promo at the top of the show, he was talking about all of the young face talent, but he lumped Cesaro in with there.
Yeah.
And it's hard to ignore, and people would probably start a Cesaro chant either way, but it was just furthermore, and then later tonight, what is he?
Yeah, it just confuses the audience. I mean, I know I've read something a while ago where McMahon, I don't know if it was true or not, where he actually wanted to do away with heels and faces
yeah,
and just
they
promote
said that a
the
couple months ago.
characters. So I mean, I don't know if maybe this is an experiment in that. I don't know.
I mean, clearly in the Swagger versus Cesaro, people are rooting for Cesaro.
Yeah.
I think that the whole storyline with Heyman, being this scummy guy who takes everyone's money and whatever else, that's just kind of
Maybe it's some way to later down the
watch
line
out for him.
it'll put Cesaro over even more later down the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
I think that it elevates him being with.
Oh, it does.
Oh,
Heyman.
definitely, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
And the fans still love it. Or like the
It's
Super Smarky
working for
fans
now, yeah.
really, really love it. Like everybody was booing him, his promo that he did after WrestleMania with Brock next to him. And then when he came out with Cesaro, they completely flipped and were flipping out like, yeah, awesome. Because they know that Cesaro is going to go straight to the top, like he says.
Yeah.
Or he'll form Ryback Cesaro.
Right back Cesaro. Well,
That's a weird.
Well,
I
it's
don't
because
like
they
it.
were two failed Paul Heyman guys that kind of drifted away.
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, good stuff.
So
Speaking of gross.
what? The video package?
Yes. No, the way that Stephanie was looking at Brian's
Oh, okay.
butt and that
Good,
still that they had.
Yeah. So we get a video
Weird.
package of the Daniel Bryan Stephanie Kane drama, and there was a little slide, I guess, that we saw where Kane is tombstoning Daniel Bryan on the announcer table, and Steph, they cut this all together, and Steph is just looking
Her
over
eye line is right at
looking at Daniel
Brian's
Bryan's
butt.
butt.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Yeah. Speaks for the rest of
Basically,
us.
this video package just says Daniel Bryan and Bree's honeymoon is over, and Steph's gonna come out later to apologize to Daniel Bryan about last week.
So many packages in this whole episode, and this was like just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Sick of these packages.
video replays when it's like, yeah, you could
Well,
have.
it's 3 hours of television.
Yeah, but you
so-
could have given Sheamus and Titus O'Neil a longer match. Because that's a match that I would like to see.
So they had about a 30-second match,
That's about right.
and Sheamus first makes his way to the ring. Titus O'Neil comes out from behind, starts attacking him. I guess this was announced on the app earlier in the night, this match, and
We wouldn't know.
Yeah.
we don't get it because we're on the West Coast. But it was a super short match.
It was ridiculous. Titus.
Titus tried to kick the snot out of Sheamus. Sheamus hit the bro, and that was it.
Yep.
We're done.
Yeah.
I literally says "end ew" on my notes just because I did not like it.
Shades of WrestleMania was at 28.
Yeah.
Good.
Sheamus
be-
kicked Daniel
Yeah.
Bryan
8 seconds.
in 13 seconds or whatever it was.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to see for Titus? Other than being back with the
Something
primetime players.
better. Something
Anything
better.
else?
Like he came out the night after he beat Darren Young and was like, "I'm here. I'm bad, and I'm gonna kick everybody's butt." And then he went away from TV for like 2
Yeah.
months. He wasn't even on main event or anything. And then he randomly would show up in like he was a part of the 11-man tags that
Yeah.
they've been doing against the Shield. I hope that
He's like a utility guy now. It's just like, we need a
Right.
third guy here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think they may have started this with something in mind for each of them, but somewhere it fell apart.
Well, they couldn't have the feud because Young tore his ACL or what? I think he tore his ACL or something like that. So
Well, that was a little bit later. Like they had the match, and then he
Yeah.
was back for like a couple nights, and then I think it was either at a house show or a taping. Where
But maybe
he,
that's
where he
why
tore
they
it.
maybe they were going to plan to have that feud go for a while and then got cut short.
There's
or
still
something.
room for him.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of
Sure
room.
there is, to keep him relevant. If Darren Young comes back and suddenly Titus O'Neil is on top of him, just that, why? Like, why? Was he just biding his time? Use him.
It's weird,
Use
yeah,
him. Keep
use
him
him.
relevant. So when the feud starts, we can actually remember what's going on and all the players are in order.
And we know that he's coming to his own after the whole Michael Strahan segment. I thought that was hilarious.
Oh, he's great on camera.
So
I mean,
good.
he's yeah.
Charismatic.
He
yeah.
found himself. He really did.
Like,
So
that's the thing is on all of the secondary TV, all the backstage stuff, he has kind of a different face on than he has in the ring. Like whenever Miz would do promotional material, he would always be, yeah, I'm Mike Mizanin and I play the Miz on WWE TV, sort of a thing. Whereas Titus just has a good time when he's on camera,
Yeah.
which is great, and I like seeing that side of Titus. But then when he gets in the ring, oh, I'm a bad guy now.
Yeah, they kind of really handcuffed to what he can do
Yeah.
by making him just a heel, and then
What about Adam Rose versus Titus?
I mean,
anybody can do the job.
Yeah.
you'd sell at Adam Rose's strength, even though he's
Well, I mean,
shorter.
not necessarily his strength.
Not
it would
strength,
be his,
but,
his
like,
out of the box offense. Yes,
Yeah.
very outside the box.
Yeah, I'd be down.
that'd be stupid. That'd be dumb.
So, if you were on social media at all this week, you saw on Twitter Ziggler wants to bury the hatchet between him and Hugh Jackman. If you guys remember Raw back to 2011, Jackman hit Ziggler and
In the face.
cost him the match.
Hey, when an Aussie punches you, that's not nothing. Those
No.
people know how to throw a
That looked like a
punch.
stiff punch too.
Oh,
And
hell
it sounded
yeah.
like a stiff
It looked like a
punch.
stiff
Yeah.
punch.
It sounded
Yeah.
like it.
Well, he's got adamantium hands, so
It was
it
that
is.
clink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's gonna hurt.
Sandow ended up getting involved in this Twitter conversation, and they're all going to be on
Setting
Raw
up for
next.
one of the
best segments that I
in
think I've
Raw.
ever seen. Yeah.
Oh my god.
But first, we got a network tutorial from Kofi Kingston.
Oh, for
Let's sum that up.
most awkward salesman
I'm gonna-
ever.
We'll sum it up in about 6 words. It's online, like Netflix. Boom.
That's it. That's all you need to know. It's Netflix. You put your money and
if
your
you can't
info.
figure
and
it
it's-
out,
Boom. Go away.
go away.
Boom.
It was
Then you probably don't have a credit card and you're no good to us if you can't figure out this.
Yes, I am no good to them. I know.
I have
know.
the network.
You have bad
You have
I've
credit.
been at work.
I
Do you
don't have the network.
Do you have the
You
network?
can't get the
I have
network.
the network. I got the network.
Okay. Well,
I mean, if
out of
we
form,
didn't, Kofi would have helped us out a lot.
yes.
Yeah.
Longest segment he's had on TV ever for quite some time.
On Raw
It was high
anyway.
quality. Let's talk about that though.
Oh,
Very high
Only because they
quality.
could edit this.
Well produced.
It was well produced.
They cut that damn thing up. Don't lie to me. He didn't just stand there and go line by line, one take,
I
one
wasn't
take.
talking about
you
him.
can
I was
say
talking about
that.
the graphics.
Who gives a crap about the graphics?
High quality 1080p.
People who have eyeballs.
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
I don't have eyeballs.
She has
we
eyeballs.
did this last week.
We did this on Thursday. Kathy Kelley has eyeballs.
And
That
I
was
don't.
breaking news.
It's no longer breaking. It is late. Late news.
It's late news. He has no eyeballs.
We get a Bo Dallas promo. Do you believe? Do you believe her?
I believe in 5-hour energy.
Seriously. All the B-roll in the world. Bo Dallas.
Hey, that's what they're spending the network money on, is just B-roll for Bo
And
Dallas.
inspirational quotes.
Yes.
Good. Eddie, what do you think of Bo?
I don't know what to think. I really don't. don't.
Have you ever seen Bo? Do you watch NXT at all?
No, but he also Bo was on last year.
He was on last year.
This is a different Bo Dallas, though. This is not the same man we saw a year ago.
I wasn't a huge fan back then, so I don't know. I mean,
he's got a really fun gimmick right now.
It's a fun gimmick. I'm interested to see
funny.
how it's going to play out at
who his opponent
this
will
level.
be,
Like, is he coming in as a face or a heel?
Probably a heel.
I mean, it has to be a heel.
It's
with
that-
that
it's
gimmick.
that guy. It's just like
heel that
it's
thinks
gotta
that
be.
everyone loves him.
I mean, it seems very much not exactly. I mean, the way Bad News Barrett came in is like it's such a like the idea of the character is so like, oh, what, the guy's just gonna tell me bad news, and then but you fall in love with what he does.
Like
and it
all
seems
great
like
bad
that's-
guys, he's just a dude who really does not believe that his stuff stinks.
Well, no one thinks they're a bad guy except for
No.
That's
He
the thing.
loves the smell of his own BS. He just loves it.
It's
I don't
It's
think
just
he,
revels in
he
it.
doesn't think it's.
No, it's all
BS.
true. It's
Yeah.
all perfect.
Yeah.
It's all exactly what everybody should be thinking.
Right.
And you're wrong
He
if you're
just
not.
loves it.
But it's
Just-
okay. I'll get you over to my side eventually. I believe in that.
Because Mom
You're a
told him
believer.
he's amazing.
Believer.
It's magic.
Next segment, we have Dolph Ziggler in the ring. He says that this is his favorite time of the year because the weather gets better, the bikinis get tighter.
Get tighter.
Bikinis are already tight.
They're loose during the winter. That's what he's trying to say. That's what he's trying to say.
And superheroes return to the big screen. Of
Wouldn't you
course.
want a loose bikini? Like, wouldn't that be the preferred bikini? A loose
No,
one?
we would have like a saggy butt.
Yeah, but you
looking
wouldn't like.
bikini.
You want it just a.
You want your bikini to be
I'm
form-fitting.
I'm gonna
Tell us
sniff
more
that
about the
line
bikini,
and
Kevin.
cut you off.
I'm thinking ahead.
I bet you are.
He knows.
No, I
He
got
knows
you.
what I'm talking about.
We were all. Well, the main question of the segment was: is Dolph wearing pants? Because he was
just
wearing.
cut right up here, jacket. You don't know. I might not be wearing pants.
He's not,
I'm certainly
actually.
not wearing shoes.
He's actually not wearing pants. He does not have shoes on. There are no shoes.
That's why I sat
Yeah,
him over
you like
there.
what you see?
For sure. That's what smells like macaroni and cheese.
We get to see the X-Men Days of Future Past trailer.
It's a good trailer. It's a well-made trailer. That's it.
That's it.
That's
Good
it.
production quality. He has
Yeah.
eyeballs too.
Yeah. It's.
It's wrapped up with Kobe Kingston.
I thought he was gonna walk in and just be like, boom.
I love when trailers say the name of the movie and that like one of the characters is like they said something about something being in the past.
Oh yeah.
It's just a little cheesy, but
I like the cut
sure
to where
it's gonna be a
Wolverine was
really good
being
movie.
electrocuted or something. Cut.
Oh, that's right. It's a really weird. It like started. So you're saying I have to go back to the past? Ah! It was really weird. It might have been a TV thing, but it was. Oh God. This segment. I can't.
So back in the
really
ring,
funny.
let's talk about this. Back in the ring, Hugh Jackman comes out to join Ziggler. They talk about last time he was on Raw when he punched Ziggler. They say it's water under the bridge, shake it out. They're on good terms. Sandow then comes out in a Magneto costume that looks kind of like PJs.
I'm
And
pretty sure it is.
It was a Magneto
Hilarity
hoodie.
ensues.
It was a Magneto hoodie and a purple
With
cape.
pants.
But he never. He didn't come out to his music. He didn't say he's
No.
Damian Sandow. He said,
He
"I
appeared.
am Magneto."
And he says that he has magnetic powers. Then sound
This is
effects.
not a joke.
This is not a
This is
joke.
not a joke.
Straight face, deadpan. I don't know how he did it.
It's like I don't understand you. I don't understand your language. And Ziggler gave him, "I don't speak jive." Just like,
Freaking love airplane. Yes.
sorry, Kathy, I keep cutting you
No,
off.
it was
You want to
just
do your gimmick?
amazing. Sandow shows off his magnetic powers, and he ends up almost stealing the mic away from Hugh Jackman, which I couldn't tell whether they were making it look like it was a joke or.
He really did have
Well,
magnetic.
that's,
No, naturally, of course.
that's the physical attributes of Mr. Hugh Jackman. He's able to.
Yeah, he was
Such a good
straining.
actor.
Yes, he is. Tony Award winning.
Yeah.
Academy Award winning.
Jackman ends up shoving the mic into Sandow, then hip tosses Sandow. Looked really
It's real
good.
pretty.
And Ziggler then hits Sandow with a zigzag for the end of the segment.
Yep.
It was
Sandow
hilarious.
is
It was great.
oh, he's so
Perfect.
good.
I want this every single week.
Just come out as a different supervillain. Hey, that was a show for a little while. He came out as
Oh,
as
God,
characters.
yeah.
He was the showster. Yeah,
He was a Viking for a second.
That's right.
Yeah.
A Scotsman. It was weird, but the fans loved it, and the fans loved Sandow, so it gave him a chance to
Especially
kind of,
since he's serious. That makes it great.
dead serious. I am Magneto. This is not a joke. I can't even say it with a straight
Ziggler was
face.
just cracking up during the entire segment. He couldn't keep a straight face.
So good. That's it. Raw over.
Yes.
Well, yeah, we could have ended there. Would have been all right.
No, we kept
Although,
going.
no, at the end,
The end was pretty funny, too.
Kind of payoff.
For other reasons.
Yeah.
Swagger and Zeb end up coming out. Then Heyman comes out to intro Cesaro, and he tells a little joke. He says he's going to break character, and his joke, knock knock,
Who's there?
Mike.
Mike who?
My
My
client,
client,
Barack
Lesnar.
Floor.
It's amazing.
Yes.
I love that's how he comes out every week to say it just so they can keep the idea of Brock Lesnar beating the streak alive.
Yeah.
Because he's not there to
Because
say
they
it
wouldn't
himself.
forget about it.
Ah.
It's just crazy.
But I thought Brock was going to come back to a full schedule after he beat Undertaker.
Yeah, he's got nothing left, but he's just gonna
Right,
get the
I mean, it's
title.
that was the trade-off, right? It was gonna happen.
He says that he won't talk about this anymore. But his client Cesaro won the Andre the Giant Battle Royale at WrestleMania.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be his new line.
Yes.
Such a weird thing, pairing such a happy event with happy emotion with a man who is just genuinely disliked.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a happy thing, but I don't like you. I don't know how to feel.
It's really it's confused the audience. You can tell during
Yeah.
the whole match. They're just like I don't know.
They don't know what to do.
Let's go.
Excited.
Yeah.
I don't-
3 out of the 4 people here, nobody likes. One of them we really shouldn't like, but we do because he's him, and we're all lost.
Yeah.
Talking about
So-
Zeb, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Zeb.
That's Stash, I swear.
It is. It's hypnotizing.
Last week on the panel, everyone kind of unanimously said that they liked the siren music, but we got a lot of people on
Oh, I
Twitter
hate
and
it.
in
I
chat
don't like
roll
it.
saying that they
I
hated
hate
it. So you guys
I
didn't like
hate
it.
it.
It's
I like it.
it's boring. I like the siren, but I don't like the music.
I've never
after.
liked siren music for any wrestler. Every time someone comes up to sirens, I'm just like, that's such a.
Well, I mean, the last one was Scott Steiner. You kind of get an upgrade from him to Cesaro.
Yeah, but the
Not
siren
in
just
promo
doesn't.
skill, though.
No, let's not talk about the duck at all.
I just want some Steiner math right now. That's what I want. Big old dose of Steiner math.
Please don't.
Or Steiner meth.
Never. It's good stuff. It's too good. You can't afford it.
So let's talk about this match, Swagger versus Cesaro. Heyman ends up grabbing Zeb's mustache during the match, and distracts.
Can you blame him? Coulter was enjoying his mustache, asking for it to
I
be
was
grabbed.
wishing
I'm
that
sure it has
someone
a
has done that
name.
before.
What is the name of Zeb Coulter's mustache? Tell me!
Zeb Jr.
Zeb Jr.?
Probably.
No, it couldn't be. It's got to be something constitutional.
Dirty Dutch.
Dirty Dutch? No.
Yeah, you're sporting a Dirty Dutch.
That's something else, damn it. That's something else.
People have been saying that they want Cesaro to swing Zeb by his mustache. By
Oh,
by his
God.
mustache. Obviously, that's not going to happen.
No, thank you.
But this is the closest we're going to get.
Actually, you know what? He could do it. He could do it. I'm thinking about it right now. He really could. He'd pull it off right at the very end.
Does it get really cartoony like the Monty Python mustache, or just like
It does look like handlebars.
it's totally by handlebars?
Like you could like pedal Zeb Coulter.
Looks like everyone in Silver Lake.
Yeah. Damn
A
hipsters.
part of Los Angeles.
They're always
so
inviting
they're
me to their
hipsters.
parties and I never go.
Good, you're better for it.
That's right. That's right. Because I'm the real thing. That's right. They all want to look like me. They all want to be cool like me with their fancy clothes. I'm the real deal.
Okay.
You know what else is the real deal? Cesaro's strength. He hit a double gutbuster
Good one,
in
Cole.
this match.
Good one.
That's me.
Good segue.
But
Cole.
also, quick reminder: DirecTV. And, no, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
do
you're
it.
so
You
cool.
give it and you take it away.
That's me. He I thought he was gonna go for 3. Just a total
Yeah.
gut wrench.
Double gut wrench. I think after the first one, he went, ow, my arm. I can only do that again. Because he just landed right on it. I wouldn't.
That was really the only kind of highlight of the match, just because it was over so quick. Oh, the German suplex too.
Yeah, beautiful German to end it. Yeah. Bridge, perfect. Oh, beautiful.
How long do you guys think that this feud is going to go on?
It can't go on long. It's confusing everybody too long to keep going. I think they just have to do it to get it out of the way, and then they don't have anything else for Swagger to do though.
I'm trying to think of like a backdoor for this whole thing. So I mean, Cesaro beats Swagger and then kicks Heyman in the teeth, and then goes on to have a match with Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
No, it won't be that soon. I don't think it's that soon. I think they might be building Cesaro RVD because the whole thing we saw later in the in the night too, just as a way that's a real fan friendly match. You know, it's one of those. Oh, if Cesaro could be against RVD, oh look, here's RVD, perfect. But I have no idea where they would stick Swagger after this.
Yeah, I don't know either. I
He's
mean,
nowhere.
He would go the way of Titus. At this point.
I think they want to add another person to the Real Americans, but right now, who the hell would it be? Maybe Titus? He's American.
Zack Ryder.
Oh god.
No.
Bring Zack
They
Ryder.
didn't even
over.
mention Zack Ryder in the segment that he was featured in.
I know.
Woo we the people.
Exactly.
I mean, how long potentially if We the Americans or We the People?
We the Americans.
We the Americans. We Americans.
We the People doesn't
Americans.
last much longer because they said that since Batista is potentially leaving, that would open up a slot in the new Evolution.
For
Would they
Swagger?
keep that?
What?
Would they keep Evolution?
I don't know.
Wait, with the
Well, Batista's just leaving. He's still going to do Raw appearances. He's just not doing house shows.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
Is that what it
He's
is?
still going to be on Raw, but just not house shows.
How long though?
For like 2 or 3 months.
I
But
mean,
that's only 2 or 3 months.
yeah, Guardians comes out
That's not that long.
the beginning of August.
Yeah, Guardians until August.
So
Oh. SummerSlam.
yeah, no,
SummerSlam.
yeah, you could totally have a SummerSlam thing. Ugh.
Whatever.
Raccoons.
Hey, at least he ain't holding the title, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Backstage, Renee Young tries to get a comment from Cena, but he refuses.
Face.
He opts not to respond to Bray and everything that happened.
Yeah, but like
earlier
that's the part that annoys me is like he totally like dismantles everything that the opening segment did. The way he responded to it and started making jokes about a donkey and then putting a foot in someone's ass. It's just like
No, but then but this
It
was before
takes
that.
a-
This was,
Yeah.
It was before
Right.
when they were he was walking behind
that
back
part,
and,
yeah, okay.
and Renee
I got
was
the
like,
segments confused.
Hey,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because the first one wasn't really anything, so I'm
Yeah,
not
that's right,
surprised you're
right.
Yeah, no.
confused.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
dude, the worst thing he's totally gone heel because he left Renee in the dust,
I
and
was
nobody
gonna
does that but a
say.
terrible human being. Just saying it.
Good luck with that.
Well, he screwed
Well,
right.
I just said it.
The Make-A-Wish segment was after this, so...
Well, I mean, it was after the next match, but
Right,
that's okay.
but-
Let's forget the next match.
Well, before
Okay.
that match,
That's not very
we had
cold of
another-
you.
Let me
We had another
just-
pan of Kane's mask.
Oh yeah, I didn't write that one down. Sorry.
Because it was stupid. Repetitive.
Oh, mask is here.
No, I don't think that it was stupid. It was they were trying to establish that the mask is there. The mask is there. Then Stephanie says the mask is still locked in her office, and then the mask isn't there.
So as long as we keep Kane away
It's-
from the mask, we're all safe?
It's predictable. No, it's just saying that you know whether Kane's going to show up and if he's going to be corporate Kane or whether he's going to be this monster
The
Kane.
monster Kane.
Duh.
It's just storytelling.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my tiny brain and lack of eyes cannot comprehend the
Hobo. It's just storytelling.
complex segment.
But like they just showed the mask the entire night. They never
foreshadowing.
talked about it.
I mean, could he just oscillate between corporate Kane and the masked Kane? Like, can he just show up and not have any memory of what just happened?
That would be fun.
That would be different.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Because
That'd be very
I would be
Abyss-like,
favorable.
though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be sort of like TNA Abyss-like? I mean,
Joseph Park, I wouldn't mind that. That was good. That was one of the few
No, it was
things
pulled off very
TNA did
well.
That was good.
That was
we were
pulled off very well.
expecting Joseph Park with corporate Kane, but no, it was just Kane with pants.
I just didn't want to rip him off totally.
Yeah.
Although we
Totally
could
nonstop
sort
or
of do
action.
that right now. Corporate Kane is one guy and the Monster Kane is another.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
yeah, but
Come
that's
on.
Superman 3, and then they could fight each other at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Well,
That's been
yeah,
done.
like
but with the
Undertaker versus
I don't think
Undertaker.
Kane's ever
Exactly.
done that before. Let's do it.
Corporate
let's do
Kane
it.
versus Monster Kane.
Monster Kane, and it's somebody else.
It'll be
Big
in
show.
a monster mash type
It'll be a monster
match.
mashup.
We've derailed.
We'll talk about this next match. Alberto Del Rio versus Cody Rhodes.
Like I said, can we not?
accompanied by
This
Goldust.
hurt, man.
It was rough. This is a rough match.
Well, the brothers seem to be having some issues, and
They're
that
bringing up-
was
they're bringing up another
brought up
tag team.
tonight. Yeah. Brother
Well, they're giving
versus
everybody
brother
a
match
feud that
coming
they've
for-
wanted for a long time now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
We keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
We're just having our own conversation.
No, we were
You
just
go on,
talking
we're
about-
talking about.
Yeah.
You know.
They should have saved the feud for something bigger than.
I mean,
This
they
isn't
might be
working.
building it till SummerSlam.
Yeah, it could
That
be a
could work.
SummerSlam
I mean,
feud.
that would be a big number 2 type pay-per-view.
Yeah, I guess
event.
that's number 2.
That could work.
That works. Okay,
Yeah.
we're back to you guys. Sorry.
Hi.
Anyways.
We
I
solved
sit
it.
over there to keep him under control.
Yeah. You just need to keep Hobo under control.
I can't reach him under the
There
table.
aren't chains strong enough.
So, ADR ends up winning with the crossarm breaker. Cody gets angry, storms out.
At Goldie didn't even do anything.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
See your brother torn up like that after an unfortunate losing streak.
The one thing it did do was Cody Rhodes had a reason to be pissed off tonight. That
Yeah.
was not a good match. And maybe they planned it that way. And it's like blowing our minds right now.
They're
But
working on
otherwise-
next level type stuff. just
Right,
like-
no, they're like doing Andy Kaufman type stuff. We can't even keep up.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a reason he should be mad. So this makes some sense.
Lana comes out.
Yes, she does.
The ravishing
The
Russian.
ravishing red Russian.
Oh, well, tonight.
Well, tonight, just
Yeah.
tonight. Well, also, she was
gets
red
the-
lipstick.
Yeah. She comes out, intros Rusev. Rusev versus Xavier Woods tonight. Think it's going to be a quick match. Think that Rusev's going to win with the accolade. He goes in
Gets
for
it on real quick.
Yeah, and then R-Truth interferes and
Loses the match for his friend.
No, he just kept his friend from getting broken in half. That's kind of what he did, and that's okay. You can take a loss over an injury any day of the week. Sometimes it's okay to tap if you know your arm's going to break.
Yeah.
Lana then tells Rusev not to go after Xavier Woods and R-Truth. But they
At least she didn't say, like, save it for Sunday or something
Save
really.
it for
She
special
might have
event.
said that in Russian.
Maybe.
maybe.
That would have given it a little bit
Save
extra
it for
color.
buy rates.
Woods looks so mad at the end of this, though.
But his hair wasn't wet.
Oh yeah.
He didn't
I
really
just
have an
love his
intro. He
intro,
didn't have
yeah.
an intro tonight. Just
Yeah.
we all we saw was Rusev, and then
There were
in.
not a lot of intros tonight. We would come into the ring, like for Goldie and Alberto, we just were in the ring and we heard the tail end of Cody's music. There was a couple. Like
Well, yeah.
Matadors and 3MB, the same thing.
You're
They-
right.
They didn't get an
Because
intro.
Matadors takes forever.
Yeah, but it's fun. Well, they got it.
The
The crowd
first 20
got it.
times it was fun. It's old now.
Paige didn't get an intro. Barrett technically didn't get
I
an
think
intro.
they would give Paige an intro
No,
just because she's
Barrett,
new.
Barrett
and-
had the promo.
Yeah, he had the promo,
That
so
c- that
that counts.
counts.
That'll count. Okay. Yeah, all right. I'm
So
done.
what do you think do you think it's leading to a handicap match between Xavier Woods or R-Truth and Rusev?
It's already announced.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, they announced it for
Oh, I didn't
Sunday,
even-
like
I
last week.
did not hear
Yeah.
that.
That's
It's
okay.
a handicap.
It's a handicap match. No stipulations added yet, but I don't think there will be. It's just going to be
All right,
domination.
this is probably it's going to be dominated. Probably double accolade at the end on both of them.
Double accolade. He doesn't
Yeah.
have enough arms.
He does. He
Well,
can make
he
it
would
work.
get like one on top of the
Yeah,
other.
yeah. Accolade
Oh.
sandwich. Yeah.
Hey, you're
Accolade
talking to the
sandwich.
predictions champion right here, so he could. You never
I
know.
got a brain for this stuff. You should listen, take some notes.
He now calls finishers, not just the match.
Yes,
You call the finish.
I call it finish. I'm the booker. I'm booking this thing.
Renee Young is backstage with RVD, and RVD says he's going to give Wade Barrett some bad news. Zeb then walks up and he says that RVD and him have the same enemy, Heyman. Zeb then suggests working together. RVD says no.
Thanks for the offer, Zeb, and just totally just tails.
It's like a
I
Dazed
think
and
if-
Confused
Yeah, it's essentially what it is. It's essentially
if
RVD.
Swagger would have come up and proposed the deal, then it would have worked, and they could have smoked him the peace pipe.
I thought Swagger was going to come over from behind and beat him up. Because Zeb comes from the front, beat him up, and then he's got a thing. But then they did
where
the
it was
thing.
going though, I was
Yeah.
like, that was the right way to go. The way,
Yeah.
the way they did it.
But if you don't do it, then we'll hurt you.
Yeah. You should reconsider, boy.
Ooh. Imagine if we said that to Titus O'Neil. Instant face.
Right? That Make-A-Wish package was beautiful, wasn't it? It was nice. We got to see
I'm just
Cena.
saying.
We got to see Cena charge children for merchandise
What
via
a hug.
What a jerk.
I wish the network was the same price.
I'll give you a hug. No. It's $9.99 for a 6-month lock-in. I hope you don't have DirecTV or Dish Network. Because they are not getting Extreme Rules this Sunday as a special event.
Cool.
Or you can get it on your local cable provider.
Oh, and cable. She fixed it. Are you King or JBL?
I don't think she's either. She's King's ideal, that's for sure,
Yeah.
but definitely not either of those.
Oh, can we talk about the breaking announcement now?
Okay.
About the breaking announcement. We heard from the beautiful Michael Cole. I don't know. Sorry, I was thinking about Renee Young. We heard that we're going to get a return match.
I can see it. They're a lot alike.
Right? A return match of Hornswoggle and El Torito at Extreme Rules in a WeLC match.
Yes.
Raw over. That's another one. Was just like I have one note for the Matadors and 3MB match just because we were floored at the idea that they would try. I just hope that it's not like play school tables and chairs
It's gotta
and step
be.
ladders.
It's gotta be step ladders. It has
Yeah,
to.
you
Oh,
can-
step ladders, maybe a card table.
You can manufacture stuff to be smaller and it won't be as offensive, but as long as it's not like
It's
stuff.
already offensive.
No, I know. It's really bad. You'd think in 2014, that's what year it is, they would have a match like this. At least it's the pre-show. But
Do you know what? Vince McMahon's sitting back there laughing his ass off, and
no, totally.
that's all that
you
good.
hear that? They love it. Sure, they love
It's
it.
like the '80s.
Yeah. That's why I'm expecting a run-in for Max Mini. That's exactly
Yep.
what I am hoping.
Come on, Max Minute.
And then King Kong Bundy shows up.
And then we got
splashes
ourselves a
all
match.
of
Let's talk about the match from tonight, though.
Sure.
I think we did.
We talked about the one from Sunday, or that's going on Sunday.
We give an ideal preview.
Yeah.
Okay.
The preview from tonight, and 3MB ends up winning.
Yeah, they do.
They're the three-man band.
They are.
Well, the 3.5-man band.
Yes.
Yeah. 3-man band plus Hornswoggle. Post-match, Hornswoggle ends up getting knocked out on the floor. Then Torito flew over the top rope to splash Slater. And, yeah, they all celebrate in the ring.
Yeah, Torito and the Matadors celebrated in the ring. The only thing to take away, WeLC and 3MB won. So I guess if Hornswoggle wins on Sunday, that's another win for 3MB, which all of the fans can be happy about.
Technically.
Yeah.
I don't.
B won tonight, so I'm pretty sure El Torito's going to
Torito,
win the WLC match.
It's weird to say it. It's weird to hear.
Because it feels dirty. It feels
bad.
dirty.
It's so bad.
I don't want to be lumped in with people who think this is acceptable. This is not okay.
They have jobs.
I was going to say, what do you think, Cathy Kelley? But
I
that's
was going
They
to
have
say that they have
jobs.
jobs.
They're employed?
So Chelsea Handler actually came out and did a really long statement about why she hired Chewy, her guy on her show,
her sidekick.
and she said that there aren't a lot of opportunities.
Other than Christmas time. You're
Yeah,
screwed.
no, it's really
Yes.
unfortunate.
So
True.
they have a job.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah,
No, it's
And
true,
Hornswoggle
but
gets to wrestle again.
I don't know.
Our last
they
reigning.
get a payday. They have a job. Yeah,
He was our last reigning cruiserweight champion. And few people remember that. They retired it after
You're
he won
right.
it because where do you go from there?
those
You
two
don't
are
get any
probably
more
very
cruiser.
happy that they're getting a pay-per-view match. Granted, it's on the pre-show, but I think that that's an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, they get
So.
to wrestle on a pay-per-view. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
All right.
It's great.
Kathy,
We
we just
Silver Lining
wish
Kelly.
that they would treat. We just wish that they would treat it like a quote unquote regular match. They're not like.
It wasn't mocking.
Yeah.
No, this is
Yeah.
this is completely mocking.
Well, it's just the way. I mean, like Divas matches used to be bra and panties and nightgown matches. Now it's evolved to the point where they wrestle so well. Now they are matches where you go to see the wrestling.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
But again, once you see Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson doing an evening gown match, where do you go from there?
Hey, true,
where do you go?
true.
Where do you
but,
go?
Where do you
but
go?
maybe if they keep performing, especially El Matador, the way he or El Torito,
El Torito, yeah.
Torito performs the way he performs, maybe that opens the door for more wrestlers of that stature.
We're gonna have
that
the
can come
minis
in.
division
We
return.
could have a minis division.
But a legit, forget Super Porky, like a
Wow.
legitimate action, like some. They had good matches. They really
yeah.
did.
He's a really good
And he's a great wrestler.
I'm
He's
completely
so
aware.
good.
It's just the
Totally
That's what I'm
language.
saying.
aware.
Like it could open the door up the way the Divas division has changed over time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not putting them down. I'm saying that they should get a fair shake, and, that
yeah,
they're not right
the
now.
way to make it not less offensive, I guess, is to have Torito face someone else who face Kofi.
Or just don't call it a
face,
WLC match.
Okay.
Just
Well, they
call it
gotta
a-
make it entertaining first, and then they can work on making it.
Then you can watch JBL as he makes a Fantasy Island reference and make him sure he doesn't do that again.
You're playing, boss. You're
playing.
playing.
So Stephanie came to the ring.
Yes, so Stephanie comes to the ring to apologize to Daniel Bryan. Steph says she wants to make it up to him by giving Brie a shot at the Divas title.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that she's going to face Paige right now in a match. Conveniently, she's in
Good
her
thing
ring
she's
gear
wearing
already.
gear.
Yeah. We panned to the Kane mask, and it is not in the box anymore. The announcers start talking about how Kane is going to come out at some point, but they also clarify that Daniel Bryan has not heard this news yet. He does accompany Brie to the ring for her match. Match starts. Kane's pyro goes off halfway through the match. Or I don't know, not halfway through.
Yeah.
A couple
Minutes in.
After a
think he's
big,
coming down
big
the ramp.
superplex.
Yeah.
It was a good match. Their match was good. And
What it
actually had
started
some-
out as, yeah.
Right. And then, I mean,
Yeah.
it ended how we thought it would end, but it was good up until that.
His pyro shoots off. We think he's gonna come down the ramp, but instead, we see an arm just shoot up through the ring. That was scary.
That was cool.
He breaks
seen that
through
spot in a
the
while.
ring and grabs Brie. Daniel Bryan tries to protect her. Kane ends up chokeslamming him, and then his neck is still hurt. Kane then tries to drag Brie into his little hole again.
Hashtag Kane's hole.
Kane's hole.
Kane's
This all
Kane's
ends
hole.
with Daniel Bryan hurt outside the ring, Brie escaping to tend to him, along with the medics, and Kane's pyro hits, and that's the end.
Kane's hole avoided.
He's creepy.
I did. It was.
yeah.
It was really apropos. I did like how Brie reacted when she was grabbed. She was like, "That's weird. That's oh crap. That's weird." Like it wasn't. It wasn't just immediately like, "Oh, it must be Kane." It was just like,
Oh my God, where's my
somebody's
whistle?
got my leg.
Where's my whistle?
It was in. It
no,
was in
you're
her
right.
yes hoodie.
You should
She always
always
gets
carry your
attacked
whistle.
by. Why is she always getting attacked? She got attacked by Orton when he was sexual predator Orton. Now she's getting attacked by Kane.
She's asking for it. They're all asking for it.
That's what Zip Coulter says.
Oh, that's
No.
that's a statistic.
No,
Never mind.
Awful.
That's not funny.
no, that's really not.
Talk
funny.
about midgets again.
We've devolved even further. Jesus, how does this keep happening?
I don't know.
Let's talk about the trainer room.
Camry, let's laugh because
What happened?
Daniel Bryan and Brie are back there, and Steph comes in. Steph asks if Daniel Bryan is cleared still to wrestle on Sunday. She then apologizes again to Daniel Bryan and Brie. Then Brie calls Steph a bitch.
Get out, you bitch.
And everyone cheered.
She's very false. She's good at being very false, Stephanie McMahon. So you gotta give it to her. You love to hate her, because boy, it's easy to hate her.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of got that bow thing where, at least for this segment tonight and last week, where she's like, I didn't mean for this to happen.
Do you
And you're
think she
like,
was-
ah.
Do you think she was sincere about that, or she was feigning her, you
Well,
know,
the way she
sympathy?
came back there tonight, is he cleared? Is he cleared? Is he broken? He's broken.
You
Please
know,
say he's
yeah.
broken.
Because it was more of a, oh, he doesn't look like he'll be able to wrestle on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then they'd strip the title and they give it to Kane. Blah,
Right.
blah, blah. So that's probably what that's what
Yeah.
it seems like. That's what they're trying to sell.
Yeah.
Which it's easy. I mean, she's so great to hate because you can't do anything to her. Triple H can get punched in the face, but like, what do you do to Stephanie?
Brie versus Stephanie.
That's
at
what it's
Extreme
got.
Rules.
It's eventually got. I mean, she
Yeah.
eventually has to get her comeuppance somehow.
That's what I thought was going to happen tonight somehow.
like
Yeah.
slap, and then
There's got to be something where she gets physically assaulted because like that's why she is so much more hated than Triple H because Triple H does get beat up. She
That's
doesn't
true.
get touched.
She's able to.
That's why you just hate her. Somebody's like, hey, you can't. Nothing. No one can do anything to you. That's I
then
hate you.
once she was women's champion, everybody was like, you kind of suck.
Yeah.
That's about it. But now,
But now, yeah.
Maybe something will happen. Maybe something to look forward to.
SummerSlam,
That'll be good.
Staples Center.
Cole's already booking
Okay.
Sunday,
SummerSlam.
Sunday, Truckosaurus!
Stephosaurus.
Stephanie McMahon versus Truckosaurus.
Sunday.
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 Backstage, Renee Young interviews Cena again. He
For real
apo-
this time.
Yes, for real this time. He apologizes for walking away earlier and says in his interview with
After
Renee,
a good cry, he can do an interview.
yeah, he's gonna buy a donkey
Yeah,
and
this is-
put his fist in Bray's face and his foot in Bray's ass.
He's gonna name the donkey Gluteus. He's
That's-
gonna teach it to sing.
That's how you make that promo family friendly? Because you're not talking about his Bray's atrial posterior. You're talking about an ass.
That's just like that's just how he just tears down what happened at the beginning. I don't know.
That was weird, but I don't care.
It lessens it.
What would you wish he would have said?
Show that he is disturbed, where he is conflicted. Like the whole crowd turned on him and wanted him to get beat up. Make that affect him, not just start going to his dumb jokes that he does. I mean, like make it affect you. Show depth to your character.
Yeah.
And make it truly change you a little bit.
Say, like, the whole reason why he got into this industry is because he wanted to entertain people and help people.
Yeah, be real a little bit.
He's there for the kids, and he thought, at least, like, every time he's out there, he's at least entertaining the kids. Even if people are chanting that he sucks, he knows that the kids are still behind him.
And then say how, like, the kids doing that disturb, like, something, instead of making a cheap joke, which just lessens the entire thing that was done. It just,
I want to see John Cena.
That's always what bothers me about John Cena, the way he does that.
Shadow and a whiskey bottle in his hand, just wondering what the meaning of life is.
Add some depth to your character.
Hanging in the back with Flair, drinking.
Oh, boy. Not that heavy. Not that heavy.
But even if they just didn't have this promo, they left it at the one at the beginning of the show where Renee
that would have been fine.
That would have been great.
That would have been great. Because it shows it affected him.
But no, you got to get him in every hour.
And he's got to say his joke, his thing to get a
laugh.
Don't
worry, kids. Like, no, let the kids be scared.
Yeah. They should be scared.
They should, because that was scary in the front. If
they're scary to their parents. Their parents grab their pants.
The Make-A-Wish kids were in the front row. How do you think they felt?
And like Cena's done this the entire feud he's had with Wyatt.
Yeah, it's true.
Wyatt will come out and cut a great promo, and then he comes up and he makes fun of the way he's dressed or something like that, and it just completely lessens what Bray Wyatt is.
Whereas when he was having his feud with The Rock, he was like, this guy's coming out. No, but he was like, Rock's coming out making fun of the way I look, making fun of the way I dress, and here he is a year later doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, but those are some of Cena's best promos because it was
because they were real. Right. Yeah, that's true. But
he's just trying to get cheap laughs and break down
the whole point of a promo, and I'm really going to lay some heavy news on you. The whole point of a promo is to build up the guy you're facing. Because if you are only as big as the man you beat.
Yeah.
That is the truth. And John Cena doesn't do it. Do you know why? Because he is the biggest man. There is nobody bigger than John Cena. So John Cena doesn't have to build anything.
But
Nothing.
Oh my god.
But he could make Bray Wyatt the biggest monster in the history of the WWE.
I agree.
If he cut the right promo.
He didn't want to.
He didn't do it with Kane last year.
Yep.
He won't do it.
Yeah. He don't want to.
It's unfortunate. We're seeing a little bit more now than Kane was trying to like release the Rage and sign or whatever the bit was.
That was
Is it
great.
that he doesn't want to, or he just doesn't know?
Or they're asking him not to.
Maybe
I don't know. I don't know if it's him doing it, not wanting to put him over, or if it's the creative team not.
I would argue. I mean, everyone says that he's the guy who wants to help younger talent come up. And
then they're giving him the directive to do this and completely missing
the point.
And it's the reason his character is not liked by everybody. Like, if he goes down the path that Wyatt's setting up for him, he will be over more than he's ever been before if he comes out the other side.
People like to see somebody come back to reemerge. They like to see a drug addict rehabilitated. It gives them hope. If you saw John Cena with a bottle and just throw it down, you would go, okay, I can get behind that.
A year ago, he was at his lowest, and he's already gotten past that. Like he said, this was the worst year of my life, and now this next year is going to be better, and now he's back. So that was his underdog.
The whole point is trials and tribulations, ups and downs. You are never 100% up. You are never 100% down. The good guy goes up, and he comes down, and the audience goes with him.
A guy who is coming up is Bad News Barrett on his podium.
Fine! Change the subject!
Very Michael Cole-ish.
Can I?
Team Cole.
Team Cole over there.
Bad News Barrett. He's got some bad news for Rob Van Dam.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
He says the WWE slogan, then, now, forever. RVD's just then. Because the last time RVD was Intercontinental Champ, Bad News Barrett was in diapers.
Revealing that he's 10 years old or something.
I couldn't find a date on it. I was pissed. It might be 02, which would make it
12.
12. He's 12. That's quite a beard for a 12-year-old.
Right?
I myself had a similar beard.
Or he just had bad problems up until like the older years of his life, which is unfortunate. That's some bad news.
Hard.
Yeah, right.
So he says after tonight, Rob Van Dam will be in diapers again. And does be
Eating your meals through a straw.
That was good.
I like this promo.
He's good.
Barrett's always been good,
man.
He's figured something out.
He's
though,
always
that
been good on the
sticks.
mic, yeah. He's always been good on the mic. And this just gives him
a platform.
the
to
character
do so.
to use it, yeah.
And if you don't, I can't believe this just happened so naturally. The whole Bad News Barrett character evolved from the JBL and Cole show on WWE.com. So if you want to see more Bad News Barrett, go to youtube.com/WWE.
Hate yourself.
I do it just naturally.
You must hate yourself.
I love it.
You must just wake up.
That was
hating yourself.
just me as a fan going, you should watch him on
It's
JBL
actually
and Cole
fun.
show.
If they don't know, they should just go to sleep under whatever rock they
Go to
crawl out from.
sleep.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Sunday.
So, Wade Barrett versus RVD. Final round of the #1 contender tourney for the IC title. Big E is watching on a monitor backstage.
Easiest
And-
3 weeks of his life.
It sucks you gotta put tights on to watch TV, though.
Right?
That's uncomfortable.
This is on TV.
Well, you
That's
got
true.
you got to watch TV protected sometimes. You
It's
gotta
true.
wear
You never know when
tight-fitting garments
match
just to
could
make
break out.
sure. Yeah, and the microwaves may cook something.
Everyone ends up coming to the ring for this match. Cesaro, Swagger, Heyman. Cesaro then distracts RVD. Barrett blocks the 5-star frog splash. And then Barrett ends up winning with the bullhammer elbow.
Boom.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Post-match, Cesaro gets in the ring to attack RVD. And Swagger then attacks Cesaro. Zeb shows up. Swagger suplexes Cesaro and stands over him shouting, "We the people." We the Americans, depending on who you talk
We
to
the
tonight.
Americans.
Well, American.
And RVD attacks Swagger. Then RVD does a 5-star frog splash onto Cesaro.
Like
to end the
3/4
yeah.
of the way across the ring.
That
It
was
nuts.
ridiculous.
But this was the segment that made me go again. What is Swagger? Because, or I'm sorry, what is Cesaro? Because
Is he
he comes
healer?
out, he beats up RVD, and then Swagger beats up on Cesaro. But RVD's the good guy, so he's saving the good guy. Like the mentality of it is getting
But that's-
muddled.
Yeah.
I
This
mean, what we were
is-
talking
this
about
is-
before. There are no
They're
heels, there
getting
are
rid
no
of heels
faces,
and
they're
faces.
just opponents.
This
Yeah,
must
that's what
be
they're-
this must be the experiment.
test
It must
Right.
be.
That's kind of like life.
Yeah.
You don't just have good guys or bad guys. You have the shades of gray area.
That guy's kind of a jerk.
There's gray, but then there's conflicting motivations. Like, what was his motivation in beating up RVD? What was his motivation in beating up Swagger? It's about motivation, internal drive.
Well-
He had no drive to beat up RVD.
Well,
He really
last
didn't.
week from the
RVD
count
was
out.
pissed off at
All right,
both
all
of
right,
them for
that does work.
yeah, and
to a
RVD
degree,
was
but
pissed off at both of them for, you know,
no,
making him lose
RVD.
his
Yeah, no,
match.
he has the
Okay.
reason to beat them up, but it's all these other people they sort of stepping on each other without any real motivation. Like, why would Swagger attack RVD? It's just it's not clear cut.
To
We
show
need
his
clear
strength.
cut. This is, but still, his real beef is with Cesaro. She should have just gotten RVD out of the way to focus on Cesaro because that's where his real anger is.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, it's basic. All this stuff is real basic.
Hobo wins.
Thank you.
Flawless victory.
I win a lot.
You do. You have a cardboard belt.
Damn straight.
Let's talk
You
about.
don't even know what I did to get this.
I don't even want to know.
Oh,
Dirty.
yeah.
You know, I don't want to know what happened.
It's the dirtiest Steve in the game.
I don't know if I can repeat that
That's a
one.
dirty box car I don't want to go
Sunday,
into.
Sunday.
Sunday in the box car?
Someday.
This after
I'm
show
sorry,
is to
guys. Hobo,
return-
you set it up so well.
I know I did, but you didn't have to bite. Which is what she said, incidentally.
Hey! Speaking of biting social commentary, alcoholism. Let's talk about Ric Flair.
Wait, we have to talk about the Shield promo backstage.
Oh, let's talk about the show promo
All right.
You're
backstage.
jumping the gun.
I didn't write that down because it was just good. Now I was at the edge of my seat.
So the Shield promo backstage, they say they prove their excellence every single night. They say that Orton is the past and they are the present and the future. It was very similar to
Very
the thing
Bad
that
News Barrett thing.
Yeah, Barrett just
Like,
cut.
these guys are old. NXT time.
But
Real power.
yeah, it was still good. Believe in the Shield. That was it.
And I liked Dean in the background after he did his part. He went all the way back to the end of the hall and was just kind of like fuming in the blue light, just like, oh, this is my pain.
Oh, I want to pull his fire alarm.
So emo.
It was blue light and he had a shadow over his eyes, just like, oh, sadness. Oh.
Feel the feel. Jealous.
I want to be a main eventing heel all by myself.
Want to lose you guys? Oh.
They are really good together, though.
They are.
They are.
They go work together so well.
Mark, since I know you want to talk about this segment, I'm going to let you take it away.
Woo! It was really weird. We heard rumors. Triple H confirmed earlier today on Twitter with a picture of Flair in an NWA Heavyweight Championship belt that Flair was going to be on Raw tonight. None of the commentators mentioned it. So we were wondering if there
When it
might
was
have
gonna happen?
when it was going to happen, if it was going to happen, if there was some problem backstage because Flair has a little bit of a history with that. And Evolution makes its way out. Everybody's wearing suits, but Orton because he's wrestling naturally. And then the Shield came out and they kind of had a stare down in the ring, and then Flair's music hit and we're like, oh good, great, Flair's here wearing his old Four Horsemen glasses.
And Dave had no clue.
No, he looked like he went over just like, hey, wait, Flair.
Hey, Rick's here.
Rick's supposed to be here? Because H went,
Ric Flair?
because H gave him a yeah.
It's like, yeah, buddy.
Like super audible to the camera. It was really
Why don't you read the script I hand to you before the show starts?
Dave just shows up and is like, what am I in tonight? All right. I didn't shave. Is that cool? Cool. And Flair comes out and he's like, is this St. Louis?
Where am I?
Because I think I've been to St. Louis. And everybody's cheering really confused.
We're supposed to like this?
Yeah,
We're
this
supposed
is
to.
St. Louis. Are you lost, sir?
They looked at Batiste. He's like, I missed you on Saturday nights.
Yeah, I was like, Dave, I
He
missed
looked like he
you.
was about to drop some info that was not
Yeah.
okay for television.
No.
Hey, man, hey.
He talks up Evolution, how it was a great time. Like the
Triple H,
next
you had a ribeye at home.
You need a rubber
Is that
tonight,
Steph or
baby.
is we don't know? It was everybody was just kind of like, this is Ric Flair.
Very Harry Carey.
That was what he has. So the Cubs, wow.
The move was made of spare ribs.
Flair talks up Evolution, how great it is. Everybody's like, oh, okay, so this is Flair. And the Shield is just, we're here, we're ready to fight, as they are.
They don't know what to expect. He's
No,
Ric
they
Flair.
don't. And he talks about power and importance and just a presence unlike anything. And then he turns, but I've been talking about the Shield.
against camera side.
Yeah, no, his bald head was
camera
facing camera the whole time. Just like, Flair, you know where hard cam is. You've been doing this all your life and more. So he shakes all of the Shield's hands and leaves. And he leaves. He doesn't say anything else. He gives us a woo. JBL gives us a couple of covering woos.
I think that was more Flair. I really do. I think he just had the mic because it continued.
Yeah,
even
and
it was,
saying-
it was kind of quiet. He just had it aside.
Until they cut the mic on him.
Woo. It was.
What?
And then the match started.
The only thing I can think is that everybody in Evolution knew what was going to happen before it happened because they hugged Rick. They could smell it on him.
They're like,
God,
oh, we're in for a
don't
good
do
one
it.
tonight.
Don't do it, old man.
To his credit, he did cut some good promos on NXT recently.
Yeah.
Well,
With Charlotte, his daughter.
Yeah, but I mean,
I think he had it together.
but they don't have booze at Full Sail. I mean, that's a performance center.
No.
I don't think they have their license.
I don't think so.
That would be a much different show at NXT, I tell you what. But he's past his prime of being able to do promos inebriated.
Yeah. At one time, he may have been able to do this.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. But now it's showing. You can't do
It's
this.
sad because it could have come out. It could have been something good.
I think
could have been
everyone was
something.
excited for him to come back.
Everybody was really. It just could have been something.
He only manages to hurt himself.
I think they should have done it at the top of the show and not
Yeah.
let him sit in the back.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was. Like,
Yeah.
where's the bar around here?
Yeah, I
little
think
lady?
they should have just monitored him from the hotel room, drove him to the arena. All right, first thing, let's get this out of the way.
Or you do a backstage segment.
But yeah, well,
Right.
no, they have to have him come out.
Pre-tape.
They
Or
announced them. They have to come
you have
out.
him come out at the top of the show. I mean,
And then do a couple segments backstage.
yeah,
or
do a
whatever.
couple segments backstage that keeps him, so
Actually,
people can tune in
if
and
they
see.
had him at the beginning of the show, it would have built the main event, so he could have just had a match. Evolution could have beat Flair out, and then we could have had a match where Evolution's like really hot. Everybody hates them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing is because the Flair came out at like 8:02, so it's like, okay, this match isn't going to be very long at all. And
Well, maybe he was supposed to come out at the beginning of the show and showed up late.
It went.
You never know what happened.
Yeah,
The
he
match
is Ric Flair.
the last match went over a lot.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
no.
it was like 8:13, 8:15
Oh, I'm
our
sh-
time. So
They were probably scheduled for that,
I'm sure his promo went
so
over
they
a little
couldn't
bit.
they couldn't go any shorter.
But I still don't understand the point of him just verbally endorsing the Shield and then walking away.
that's what I figured that is it was a good idea, but when you have somebody who's a little bit affected, the promo kind of suffers. But I like the idea. Yeah, because you like the idea. Flair is Evolution's boy. Comes out. And he was the past, and even more so, like I thought we were going to get something where it's like, you gotta know when the past is the past, and these guys are the present and the future.
But is there any worse person to give that pitch than Ric Flair?
You could give.
Is there anyone worse to go? All right, guys, my time's passed. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
well,
he's like the worst person
that up
to do
with
that.
a do as I say, not as I do type of attitude.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on and talk about this match, Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. I didn't hear, did anyone mention that this is Orton's hometown tonight? Because,
no.
I mean, we all know that, but I don't think they said that on commentary.
Well, they mentioned Cowboy Bob Orton was
They did.
Yeah.
around.
What'd you guys think of this match, though?
It did what it needed to do.
Right. Good back and forth, yada yada. A little weird ending.
It was good.
Contest.
I thought Evolution was
Well,
going to
that
squash
was
him at the end. It was weird to see the Shield come back right before going into the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I was thinking, what point does it serve to give okay, you give Evolution the top on Monday night, but if this is your show and you're getting behind these guys as the future, you got to give them the last word before.
Well, I thought if Shield is going to win at pay-per-view, I thought Evolution would get the squash now.
Yeah.
Well, let's wait for Friday.
It's got me kind of wondering what's going to happen at the pay-per-view now.
Yeah, let's wait for Friday, though. We could have something where the Shield ends up on top Friday night. So we have really it's dead in a dead heat going into the pay-per-view, so we really don't know who's going to win.
Someone tweeted me that Ric Flair was on the post-game show, like the Raw post show.
Was he?
And Renee Young asked him about endorsing the Shield, and he said that Evolution is still the man.
That would make no sense.
Oh, for
makes absolutely
God's
zero
sake
sense.
already.
So not to read into it too much.
What? Stop!
So what was the point of the whole?
God!
Hey, bar tab was on the house. Open bar. That's the great thing about Raw.
I get paid per
2-drink maximum backstage.
Now, baby. Every time I'm here, you gotta pay me. So all the bar tabs on you.
But that's the thing is, unless they show that backstage interview on SmackDown, then they're going to be like, crap, how are we going to spin this? Because now it seems like he was...
They'll figure it out.
That's weird.
It's just...
Or they'll just ignore it like it never happened.
That's kind of what I said.
That's figuring it out.
Well, yeah, because it was a really backwards promo. 'Cause he was like power and domination and all that.
But it was intentional because he did the dramatic like
no, yeah, that was
turn,
supposed to happen, and then
Well, I think just because it was so
happen.
abrupt, there should have been something else there. And it's like, you better believe it. You guys, like, you had to talk them down a little bit, but then
Screw it. Just screw it.
Unless he just walked out and completely forgot segment C.
Probably.
Triple H was like,
Maybe.
you're forgetting the
It's like
The double cross.
Hug me again.
The double cross.
I'm gonna tell you exactly. Yeah, like, or maybe when he went in for a hug, it's just like, just go back, just go,
leave.
Rick,
Just
just
leave.
leave.
Walk away.
Walk away.
Sunday. Nobody walks away from a chambers on Sunday.
Stephanie's gonna kill me.
Right, yeah. Damn it! I wanted to bring.
This was my idea.
back.
That's what happens when you bring in your friends, man. Sometimes they're unpredictable.
4 scotches. That's how much.
4 fingers. That's how big I
just
want it. I want 4 fingers.
Can I get a double about that high?
Woo!
Can we get a quad, please?
Yeah. So that was Raw.
All right. Okay.
That's exact. That's my exact reaction.
I feel like that was most
Raw.
of the crowd's reaction. We do have Extreme Rules on Sunday.
It was a weird go home show.
And Flair should have just gone home.
However, the Raw after pay-per-views are always amazing.
Usually better.
Yeah. We'll see yeah, I have no idea what's going to
Right?
happen.
Have
I have
they
no
announced
clue.
all of the matches yet? I don't think
It
so.
seems like it. Like there's Intercontinental, Tag Team, World Heavyweight, 6-man. We'll see. The handicap match and the Divas match.
Okay.
That's 7 matches.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a full
So that's-
card.
yeah.
Well, 5 matches and 2 for the pre-show.
Oh, well, then
Maybe there's another
maybe
one.
There's
Maybe
still
they'll-
a couple
maybe-
of slots available.
Maybe they'll do Swagger, RVD, Cesaro for Sunday and put a stiff on
There's
it.
still
I can see them doing
SmackDown.
that, yeah.
And look at happen on SmackDown for pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
They could announce it on the app. They could announce it on Twitter.
Or on the WWE Network, which you can go and sign on, Boone, Kofi.
Boom. So,
Boom.
We do want to mention one more time to watch Chasing Maria Tuesdays on Oxygen. You can also catch it on Bravo a couple hours later. Coming up, Maria will be taught how to wrestle some more and have her match at SummerSlam. So, yeah.
I know, it was a good match, too.
Don't miss that.
Good crossover right there.
Yes.
You got wrestling here. You got Maria Menounos. You got wrestling. Watch.
Wrestling is all over TV. With
Synergy.
Chasing
Yeah, with it,
Maria.
and Total Divas. I mean,
Total
this is
Divas.
you won't get this behind the scenes for that match on Total Divas or on
No.
the WWE Network. You're gonna only get it on Chasing Maria.
Wow, now you're calling for here.
They
Yeah.
did
That's
have-
amazing.
They did have cameras for both at.
You ruined my pitch.
Sorry, but they never showed the footage on Total Divas, so you can only see it on Chasing Maria Tuesdays
fixed my
on
pitch.
Oxygen.
You gotta back it up. You
Yeah.
gotta back up with the man.
I knew where I was going with it.
Okay, I didn't. I apologize. I got ahead of myself.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. We will be back next week with Johnny and Dale. In the meantime, if you want to keep the conversation going, where can they find you?
I'm on Twitter. At True Hobo. True Hobo. Truckosaurus Hobo. Hobo. ProWrestlingTees.com/hobo.
Sunday.
Eddie.
And Eddie Pence. Move on.
It's so anticlimactic.
It's all right. I'm like a cane hole. I'm just sucking your energy right
Don't
into
say
me.
you're a cane hole.
Hashtag Canehole.
You're such a cane
You
hole.
can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/soapboxmark, and you can find Hobo and I on YouTube at Soapbox TV, where you might notice we don't have a title belt here. That's because somebody won it. If you want to find out who is the PPW champion, go to soapboxcartv.com.
Who could it be? Who could it be?
You.
Me. Me?
No, or is it me?
Not me.
Me. Her.
They
You can
left.
find me
They
on
left.
Twitter at Cathy Kelley. You can find all of us here on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thanks again for tuning in. We will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.